Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of day it is where you are. And happy Valentine's Day to you and you. And I see Billy and Susie. And the reason why I'm making this Valentine's message is because, well, as the title says, it's for the singletons. Now, that's not entirely true. This is also for the folks that are in relationships. But mainly because Valentine's Day can be a difficult day for a lot of people who are not in romantic relationships and who feel that there's a lack of love in their life. You know, you can go to the grocery store as I did yesterday, and there's balloons and flowers and people running around getting cards and stuff. And you might feel like, I don't have anybody to get a card for, or nobody's getting a card for me. Now, I have to admit, I have felt that way in the past. You know, I am single. Excuse me one second. I'm trying to get my chair up. Here we go. Okay. I am single. Been for most of my life, actually. A few relationships here and there. But I have spent many a Valentine's Day single. This is not a good angle either. I got talking. Spent many a Valentine's Day as a single person. And also Valentine's days when I was in relationships that were pretty miserable when I think about it. And I'm not trying to imply that they've always been miserable when I've been single, because they haven't been. But I have definitely been through periods on Valentine's Day when I feel left out. And why don't I have a relationship? Why aren't I married? All this kind of stuff, right? Now, I'm not currently in that place. I haven't been in that place for a long time. But I'll tell you what I do in those times when I am in that place. And even on a day like today, I think about, what does Valentine's Day mean? Well, literally, it's supposed to be the feast of Saint Valentine. Now, did I look up everything about him? No, I did not. I'm just going to assume he was a good guy. If he's a saint, probably had something to do with love. I'll find out later. But that's the whole point, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. But it's turned into this holiday of romance and celebration and, flowers and chocolate and teddy bears, like my little new friend over here, and giving gifts, showing tokens of love. Okay. But it can also be a day where we just celebrate love and where we engage in self-love and self-care. Okay. If you are not in a relationship, but you want to be in a relationship, I'm not here to tell you how to get a relationship. I don't have a relationship. I'm not going to work to try to get a relationship. I'm doing what I do. I'm focusing on my vision, which I'm very passionate about. It gives me a lot of fun and excitement. And if I meet somebody on that path while I'm on the heroine's quest to living my vision, then we shall see, right? But I know there are people who are actively looking. There are people who, and my hat's off to you. Every time I think about it, I think it feels like another job to me. Oh, you got to go online. So if that is something that is important to you, then I think you should make it a part of your vision, and that you should work toward it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you would do if you were trying to find a job or trying to do anything. And it's just every time that I've looked at my ideal vision for my life, that relationship thing is not a priority. Okay, it's not that it doesn't get on there, but it's not a priority. For some people, it's a priority. Good, great. But sometimes making it a priority when it's something you don't have in your life can lead to you being very sad and feeling very lonely and feeling like, what's wrong with you because you can't find love. Okay, now, I think we all know that the grass is greener on the other side, right? So there are times you probably have been in a relationship and you haven't been that happy. A relationship or somebody to love or who loves you is not the cure-all. It is not the end-all, be-all. Okay. Now, we all know the blush of new love with the romance, and it's very chemically induced. The endorphins are flowing and everything is literally, we're in that in love phase. We all love that. I mean, I shouldn't say we all love it. I don't know. You might not. I love that. I love romance. I love the sexual attraction and and all that. Okay. Very passionate, very affectionate. But once that settles and fades, then it's real life. And it's not that you don't still love the person, because that is what real love and real intimacy are, is when you can work through the relationship without that chemical infusion of endorphins. Okay. When my father died, oh gosh, about 13, 14 years ago, my mother and my father had been married almost 37 years. Okay. And I can tell you they were still in love. I remember being on vacation with my mother and her getting up every morning and calling my father. I remember when my father was home, he was in the bedroom and he would be like, Nikki, where's your mother? I say, she's out in the kitchen. We'll go get your mother. He wanted to spend time with her. She wanted to be with him. They didn't spend a lot of time with other friends. They loved each other. They loved us very much. And that's beautiful, right? That is beautiful. Not everybody has that, okay? And that's another thing. Sometimes when we're not in a relationship and we want to be, we look at people who are in a relationship, or we look at people getting married and we're like, and I've been there too, okay? I have been there too. But that doesn't do anything for you except for breed negativity, right? So that's not, I don't think, where you want to be, okay? It's not where I am anymore. I am in this place. Now, it could be because I'm 48 and I don't care anymore. But it could also just be my evolution. Like, who has time to be in that place? Not to mention, I'm accepting things as they come. So if it comes, it comes. But here's my suggestion to you, because I don't want to go on too long. I want to get back to work, is this. Celebrate love in all its forms today. Have gratitude for love, whether it is for your dog, your cat, your hamster, your brother, your cousin, your mother, your friends. Celebrate that love. Be grateful for it. Pay attention to it and realize that you have that love in your life. That's number one. Okay. Even if you want to make a list of all the people that give you love and that you love, and feel those warm feelings of love. Okay. That is a great way to celebrate love on Valentine's Day. If you even want to stop there, that would be great. I'm going to tell you 3 things. That was the first thing. The second thing is to show love. Okay. Actively show love instead of sitting around lamenting why cards aren't coming to you or why you're not getting flowers or chocolate or whatever it is. Get some cards, flowers, chocolate, balloons, and take them to somebody else. Get outside of yourself. Think about other people who would like to see some evidence of love today and go give them love. Okay. Because by doing that, you feel love. Okay. My Valentine's video I did a few years back, I was going to go and spend some time with my mom, and show her love. Well, these many Valentine's days later, guess who is my Valentine today? My mommy. Okay. Now, there's a part of me that could say, oh, that's really pathetic. You're 48 years old and you're spending the day with your mom. Yeah, I could say that. Or I could say, I'm pretty lucky that I still have my mom. She loves me and I love her. We're not dating. She's my sugar mama. Just joking. But there's a museum that she's been wanting to go to, and you have to get reservations way ahead of time. So that was something for Christmas I said that I would do. And I went online, and guess when the first available day was today? Valentine's Day. So I'm going to go pick up my mom this afternoon, and we're going to go spend the day together. That's love. Okay. And I think we're going to even have a good time. I forgot to light my candle. I'm sorry. Hold on. This is mine. I haven't gotten into the habit yet. I need to light these candles before I begin my. I wish that YouTube had smell-o-vision. This is very lovely from Max's Mixtures. It's lavender, peppermint, and eucalyptus. I had it on during my Facebook YouTube live last night. It's delicious. Okay. So go out. That's number 2. So number 1 was pay attention to, be grateful for all of the forms of love in your life. Number 2, express love. Okay. Go call people up, tell them, go deliver. You can get some construction paper, cut out some hearts like we used to do in grade school. Write, I love you. Just go show love, give love. That will fill you up with love. Okay. Now, third, self-love. Okay. Now, all of this is self-love. But the third thing is, and I talk about this all the time, but self-care is self-love. Okay. A lot of times we're looking for somebody outside of us to make us feel loved. Been there myself. I was in a relationship where this person was not very available. And it was like I was always knocking on the door, like, why would you love me? Okay. Until finally, what I realized is he didn't have all the love to give me. I had all the love out here. If there was a locked door, I acted like the love was all in there. If somebody doesn't show me love or give me love, I won't feel love. That was just, it was really crazy. I finally got to the point where I realized he doesn't possess the love in there. I have the love here. I have it in my heart. I have it all around me. I'm a very loving person. And I'm waiting on this person who frankly just isn't like that, doesn't have the ability to outflow. Okay, so self love. When you're feeling badly, like you might be on a Valentine's Day, think about what you can do for yourself to show yourself love. Okay. It could be taking a nap, it could be taking a walk, it could be buying yourself a treat, it could be anything. Okay. I'm partial to spa treatments, maybe get a massage, might be too late to get one on the fly, but whatever you can do, think about what you need and give that love to yourself. Okay. Now, this is not just a Valentine's Day thing, but if you're not feeling hot today, definitely a good thing to do. But I think it's an everyday thing. And I do suggest thinking of 3 good things you do for yourself every day, possibly writing them down and paying attention to those things, because that is how you demonstrate love to yourself. You've heard this before. Love is not just a thought or a feeling, okay? It involves action. So if you want to feel love, then you need to treat yourself in a loving way, okay? So always you want to take care of yourself in general, self-care, be healthy, eat right, all that good kind of stuff, get your exercise. But today, out of all the days, make sure that you give yourself some care. Especially, I'm talking to you single folks. Now, if you're in a relationship, I don't care about you. No, I'm joking. If you're in a relationship, these tips might help you as well. I know plenty of people who are in relationships that are not only not happier than I am, but actually kind of miserable. And when I hear about those stories, I'm like, I'm really glad I'm not in a relationship right now like that. I mean, obviously, I'd like to be in a good relationship, but sometimes, you just want to think your thoughts and do what you got to do. Okay, so those are my tips. And if nobody else tells you that they love you today, I love you. Okay, there's plenty of love in the world. Let it sink into your heart, outflow it, share it with others, and have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Over and out.